Hello, it's DJ Cut here, and this video is gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be a story about addiction, DJing, perfectionism. For quite some time, I had this feeling that I need to do this videos to kind of put a full stop when it comes to the period of Sinetyv, my previous name and alias. This video might be interesting for you if you are struggling with addiction, maybe struggling with perfectionism, or maybe you're just a fresh DJ that is just starting out, just recording his first mixes and stuff like that. So yeah, we need to start at the beginning. Chapter 1, Pink Elephant and Blue Lemon. You might be thinking like, what the hell is he talking about? Hear me out. So yeah, we need to go back to the elementary school or grade school or primary school, depends from where you're looking this video. Back when I was in primary school, we had this sort of a system where there was these stamps. Like you get this stamp on your notebook, and basically Pink Elephant was like a 10 mark, like perfect, A+, like there was 2 marks. So Pink Elephant represented perfect, 10 A+, whatever your, whatever grade system you have, but yeah, it's best, perfect, and that's it. And Blue Lemon represented, 1 F, you suck, 0 shit. So basically that was the system, like Pink Elephant and Blue Lemon. I was the one who I was the only one in class, I think, I never got a Blue Lemon. Now that I recall, and being number one, being the smartest, and it's not really good when you're the only one and you don't have anyone to look up to. This is just the intro from where my perfectionism got, sparked up. Like the primary school and elementary school, that it was pretty easy. I did no homework, no preparation, no nothing, and I got the best Pink Elephants you can get. So if we go back, if we're talking about music was always in my life. We had, when I was little, I remember, my mom actually told me this, I guess I don't remember, but the specific details, maybe vaguely I remember something, but yeah, we had this Russian old tape player recorder, like Astra 110 or something, and she told me that I would go and I would put on tapes, and I would play the music, and I would go and tell everybody, like, go dance, go dance, go dance. So I guess the DJ potential was there in me from the start, but at the early age, my parents did not push me in any musical direction or DJing or whatever. Chapter 2, Falling in Love with Transitions. Jesus fucking shit. During high school, I was always into music, always with headphones, always listening to electronic music mostly, but not only electronic, but yeah. I remember this little trick I did during the German class. Like we used to write some sort of a test, like you would need to learn, like memorize some sentences, and then you need to, the next day, the next class, you need to write them. So I would just record them on the audio file, and I would be with the headphones, and I would tell the teacher that I need music to concentrate, and it helps me. And well, the reality is I'm just listening to my voice, and I'm just in the headphones, I'm just hearing myself, spelling what I need to write, and I would get good grades. I remember. This is gonna be like a quick mention that during high school, the porn addiction and the video game addiction for me started to develop. Like I discovered pornography very, very early. Like, I don't know, around 9 or 10, somewhere way too early. Later on in this video, I'm gonna talk about addictions more and expand on that. Now let's keep it on the transition side and how I got into the art of DJing and what grabbed my attention. I believe that summer of 2008 I stumbled somehow across BBC Radio 1 Essential Mix, and it was the Essential Mix by Mastercraft. And they played, I think, one track after another, and I think I knew both of those tracks. And for my ears, it was some sort of a magic. Like one tune completed another for that moment, for that short moment while they are transitioning from one song to the other. It felt like it's creating like a third song, or it was like a magical moment, like. But specifically transition, like from track A to track B. So my first DJ experience was not playing to the crowds, reading the club atmosphere. Is that it's so nice, when you get people's feedback. No, I got hooked by a very like a transition thing, like going from track A to track B. Immediately I started to experiment on of course software. My first tries were on computer software. I remember Virtual DJ, maybe even now that software is alive, with a keyboard and a mouse, no turntables, no CD players, no beat matching, no nothing. I just press sync. Now when I look back, I don't know if it's fair to say that I kind of got hooked from the other side, like reversed, but later on I fixed this problem. But yeah, at the very start, first mix is, letting the computer do the work, syncing the beats. I'm just mixing with mouse and keyboard. I remember having TXT files and writing at which second I need to play the next song, and I would just, because of my perfectionism, I was just trying to make a mix with perfect transitions. I thought, that if you're gonna make the perfect transitions, you will be a perfect DJ. Of course. Little that I knew that it's a bullshit state of mind. I still have my first ever recorded mix. I think I still have it on the computer. And later, after the Virtual DJ, I switched to Tractor software. I was recording mixes quite regularly and quite often, and I would post them on the internet on Mixcloud on Mixcloud and stuff like that. And of course, this whole time, this whole time during the school, and I was like expanding and gathering tunes and video games soundtracks, and because I was in video games addiction pretty balls deep. But yeah, like watching movies, and during the movie you kind of hear a very good track, so you wait for the movie credits to go almost to the end. Then you check all the songs that were used in that movie. You kind of hunt those tunes like that. So I was doing that pretty much all of the high school days, and yeah, like I was doing that quite regularly and quite from an early age. Chapter 3, so you want to be a DJ. I still have the first mix I ever recorded. I remember, I don't need to remember, I can just look at the name, and yeah, the name is like V in the mix. And from those early days, like from the first mixes, I knew that I need some sort of like every DJ has a, like a name. I don't remember the moment how my brother suggested, but my brother suggested that that it could be like my name backwards. So my name is like V-Tennis, and backwards it goes Sinetyv. At that point, I didn't know that if you divide like in 3 parts, and it's not written it's written in Lithuanian, so it's not in English. You can pronounce it like Sinetyv, like committing a sin during an evening, like Sinetyv. Only later I found this kind of, I don't know even how to call it, like a hidden meaning or something. But I guess I was getting tired by clicking, keyboard shortcuts and making and recording DJ sets with a mouse clicks and stuff like that. So around 2011, I went to DJ school. I was searching on the web, and I found the DJ school in another city, and I was going back and forth, like a couple of lessons, I think, per week. The very beginning of teachings were from the very start of the DJ, like equipment and stuff. So I learned how to beat match on Technics, like on turntables, and I remember the relationship between vinyl and a turntable and me. The relationship was like a love and hate. Like my inner perfectionist and my inner, pink elephant inside me, that I did a lot of fucking mistakes. The beat matching from here, like when you're just starting out, it was not that easy. And since from the early days, I was kind of got used to that. I'm doing everything kind of on pink elephant perfect level right from the start. So that kind of irritated me. But I liked it, like that moment when you kind of find the pitch, you find the speed, the tempo of the tracks, and they kind of blending, and even if one track kind of falls a bit up the tempo and starts to, you somehow think that you need to push forward, and you push forward the record, and they immediately go back in sync. That moment, I think, what kept me like not quitting the school, and kind of being there and learning for quite some time. So yeah, and then after the techniques, we moved on to the CDJs of Pioneer. Of course, teacher would put some sort of a cardboard on the screen so you don't see the BPM. So yeah, so learning from the ear how you beat match using ears and not using the sync button, I did that later on. Like probably I would think that most DJs would probably, when they start out, this is the first thing they learn, is how to beat match, because in the essence you could say that it's the main thing, like beat matching two records. Of course, DJing is way more than just beat matching two records, but it was a great experience. I enjoyed the DJ school times, and I'm forever grateful. It really sparked up love for the vinyl, love for the turntable, and it was good times. While I was attending DJ school, I was still recording mixes and posting them online with the same software, using same sync button and stuff like that. Chapter 4, every month, new selection, different genre. I never liked the idea that DJ has to be, I guess I had this misconception that, maybe it was my misconception, but I had this idea that I saw around me, like most of the DJs would be like a techno DJ, house DJ, like a specific genre. And since my taste for electronic music was very wide, very, very big, I hated this idea that you have to be, like, now I understand that I had this, strange misconception that I had to be like one genre DJ. And now I understand why would you want to specialize in one genre. But back then, I hated this idea, and I wanted to be like a multi-genre DJ, like play, mix, create mixtapes of all genres, do DJ sets like all types of house, drum and bass, dubstep, techno, breaks, whatever, electro, and you name it. I want to do it because like I was saying, my music taste was very huge, and I could not let go, like if I would be like electro DJ, I was thinking if I would be like a house DJ, so that means I have to let go all of the other genres and I just need to dip myself fully and just immerse myself with just house music and nothing else. I guess I had this strange, but anyway, at the start of 2013 I thought about this project that I'm gonna release every month a new mix, but from a different genre. And some of those mixes were I was sending them to radios. Some mixes were played on the decent and top 3, top 5 radios. So I guess one mix in particular that was a March mix was a drum and bass mix. I remember sending that mix to Salty Sugar. It was a drum and bass DJ, and at that time he had his own show on Zip FM. My mix started a new rubric on his show, or a segment for other DJs to get noticed, and it was called Talents of Amen. Another thing that is interesting about that drum and bass mix from that project I did is that in autumn same year there was this club Gluck in Vilnius, and they were doing a contest, Broiler Room Fresh Blood DJ Incubation, some sort of a contest, and I submitted the drum and bass mix to that contest. And at that time, the judging were based on how many plays you get on Mixcloud and how many favorites you get on Mixcloud. So since I was doing Mixcloud for quite some time, I had some sort of a following, and I spammed my friends, and I did everything, so my mix kind of popped off. And according to the plays and according to the favorites, I won the first place, and the first 5 places or something get invited to the event and play in the crowd and at that Gluck club in Vilnius. The party was at the very last days of November, right after my birthday. At that time, my project was coming to an end. I had this idea of my project that November I'm doing a chill out mix, like very calm, the most chill mix from the whole project. I already released that on November, and on December I'm going balls hard, like my main first love, French electro, very hard electro. And I remember I already had that mix prepared, and I was preparing to release that grand finale mix on December 1st. And I thought that fuck it, I'm gonna play at that event. I knew that all the clubbers are probably expecting drum and bass. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna give myself a present and I'm gonna play grand finale on a club system. I just wanna check it out, how it sounds. And I remember like people were looking like, what the fuck is this? Fucking electro sounds, electro house, electro French electro, this raw, and then people were like, I'm since I like to mix very fast, like couple of minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, they kind of hear that I'm already mixing a 4th, 5th and 6th like electro song, and probably there will be no drum and bass. And eventually, it was a very strange feeling. I remember this one point at the end of the set, I was kind of dropping DJ Meaty Signatune track, and I remember like couple of ravers, they kind of climbed on the subwoofers, and they were just dancing on the subwoofers, and I was like, okay, that went well. If I would have been not so shy on the microphone, and if I would told them this whole story about this whole fucking project, and tomorrow I'm closing out this whole year project, and I would really like to present to you like my love, French electro, this, and let's go back in time machine to 2008, 2007 when electro was cool. I call you on this, electro journey. Maybe ravers would have been, that whole experience would have been a bit different, maybe better, whatever. But in the end, when those fellas climbed on the subwoofers, started dancing on the fucking sound system. I was like, okay, yeah, that went well. Chapter 5, addictions, underground, and loss. So through all this time, like high school, through all this time, like I was suffering from video games addiction probably the most, and I guess I would also classify my porn consumption at that time as addictive, because if I would need like a cheap dopamine hit or something, I would backtrack to video games or watching porn and shit like that. Also, I need to mention that during the 2013 project, I was already living in another city, and I was, I think, developing another addiction, that is weed addiction. Yeah, I was smoking a lot of Mary Jane during those years when I was away, and that was definitely addiction, because it was around 3 years. In that period, it was like all day, every day. Well, like almost every day. But yeah, it was heavy consumption, and of course alcohol. If we look back a bit to the high school years, of course in school, drinking alcohol, also probably from an early age. Definitely I was less than 18 years old when I started I wanted to say wine tasting, but we didn't fucking drink wine. We drank some vodka, beer, and bullshit. Anyway, that was my 4 addictions at that time. So like video games, porn, alcohol, weed. Of course, at that time I was feeling that I should spend more time like digging through the tunes, searching for new music, and be more invested into DJ stuff. But I was kind of gaming, and smoking weed, and motivation and all that, drive. It was not like non-existent, but now when I look back, I surely could have done way more. At that time, I had all the social media accounts, so I was comparing my numbers, every social site that was available. I think I had account back then, and I guess I was just like looking that because everybody is doing, so I also need to do and to post that shit and all that. I didn't like it that much, but I guess I felt that I need to do it. But I would not say that social media was addiction for me, because I was like scrolling Facebook and all that, but now what's happening like to the majority of people, or I don't know, I guess not majority, but to some extent to a lot of people, back then Facebook was not that popular around, if we're talking about 2013, 2014. I mean, it was kind of rising, but it hasn't reached the peak. I mean, I guess now Facebook is not that popular. I don't know what cool kids are using now. I think at the start of 2014 I decided to sell my S2 tractor controller, and I decided to buy Z2 mixer and a pair of Technics to have my turntables, and of course Z2 is like a scratch mixer for scratchers, for turntablists, and the starting plan was not that I'm gonna use for that purpose, but I chose turntables, I guess, for the just for the love of the history, like DJs started from this stuff. Also, I really love the vinyl sound. I really love touching, the music and beat matching, like with hands. It's physical. It's still physical, like all the nice covers, and vinyl has its charm. So I guess the initial idea was, for these thingies. 2014 summer, I thought that that incident, well, let's call it an incident in Gluck Club, where I played the electro, and everybody was expecting drum and bass, and the event organizer was Dr. Jungle at that time in Gluck. and he was saying like, electro is really not popping off here. And for some reason it took quite some time, like half a year, and in 2014 summer I thought that I could record a jungle drum and bass mix tape, just burn it into a CD, like, you know, like I thought that, you know, for me it was like I was thinking back in the old days, but I mean those old days were not that old, I guess. But yeah, so I decided just to create that mix, to record into the CD, and just go to the Rasta Day, because Dr. Jungle, at that time Dr. Jungle was doing his parties series every Thursday. Every Thursday was Rasta Day. So I went to Vilnius, and I went to Loftus, and I remember, you know, a bit, I was scared. Not a bit, I was scared to shit. And I was like searching where is Dr. Jungle, and I presented him that mixtape. And after some time we got into contact, and he offered me to play at the Rasta Day. And little by little I became like a regular, I guess you could say, like a regular, because there was a period of time where I was doing Rasta Day like every week, like every Thursday I would go from Kaunas to Vilnius by train or by bus, and you know, just with a fucking heavy backpack, dragging my Z2 because I was mixing with Tractor software, so I don't do any mistakes, you know. Again, that fucking pink elephant perfectionism. I started my vinyl collection when I bought the Technics, but to be honest, I didn't play a lot of vinyl sets. I guess I was scared. I was scared of the, you know, that you would do a mistake while doing a DJ set, you know, maybe you would not beat match it perfectly or something. So I did a very limited amount of vinyl sets because of this fear that is kind of coming from the perfectionism inside me. And nowadays I'm trying to battle that perfectionism. Even now, this video, like mushy, there is wind all over the place, and I'm still gonna fucking edit it. I'm gonna post it. I know it's not perfect, but fuck it, it will do. It took couple, I guess, of events for Dr. Jungle to notice that Dr. Jungle had this like the finishing act. Like you have a timetable, you have all the DJs, and at 4:20 a.m. For all the people who know what 4:20 means, yeah, early morning. So yeah, 4:20 a.m. There would be this, I don't know how to translate in English, but it would be like Rito Tralala, like morning Tralala. During that Rito Tralala, you would play like a fucking mental music, you know, like raga tech, Frenchcore, breakcore, whatever, anything goes. And I guess he noticed that I like to play, you know, like rough and energetic and, you know, pretty harsh stuff. But I guess I only showed that side of mine, because I could play a fucking good chill set or atmospheric drum and bass, but that's not the point. But pretty soon I became like a morning tralala guy, and I would every Thursday probably go on. My set would be from 4:20 a.m. to just finish Rasta Day. Also, I was filming Rasta Day after movies, like little videos, but I still feel sad that I deleted them. But more about this stuff later on. Still, Rasta Day, despite all the weed, all the crazy stuff during the rave days, I don't even remember how from Vilnius I got back to Kaunas. Like, I was drinking so much and I was smoking that much that kind of my memory fucking faded while I was in a rave. And next thing I remember, I'm back in my home in my bed. So I have no idea how I don't remember how I got back. I got back with not my jacket, like it was cold, and so the jacket was not mine, so I guess it got switched or something. But yeah, so yeah, I would say that alcohol and then weed was definitely a problem if you don't remember how you get back from one city to another. Good thing that night I was not playing, and I was not carrying my laptop, and I was not carrying my hardware. So that good. That night I remember I was going to Vilnius just to rave and just to see an event, and yeah. During the Rasta day, I remember there was this Rimas J. I think he's DJing now by under the J name, but I remember he would always encourage me, like, improvise, man, stop these fucking prepared sets, because I would always, most of the time, I would prepare like a perfect set, perfect transitions, and I would not pre-record set. Like, I would not record the set and press play and I would imitate that I'm playing. I would not do that, but I would put cue markers, where I'm starting. I would prepare the transitions in advance, and I would play the set live using those cue markers, and I would just, so the transitions are on point, every transition perfect, everything, everything is mwah. So that's again my fucking perfectionism, and he would always encourage me, like, fuck, just keep. And over course of time, I started to improvise, and little by little, like, I guess I healed tiny bit of that perfectionism portion. So yeah, I started to improvise more, and I remember Rasta days. I will be forever grateful to Dr. Jungle, to all the ravers, and nothing but good memories when it comes to Rasta days, and yeah, I'm grateful for them, and yeah, it was very good time. During Rasta day, raving and all that stuff, we come to a pivotal moment in my life, because 2015 summer, my brother dies. He drowns, and to tell you the truth, like, me and my brother, we were never, like, super close. Like, we had our moments before the sleep, like, talking and but we were not like super close. I guess percentage wise, we were angry at each other. I guess I was angry at him more than I was accepting him and all that. And at that point, I was 25 years old. I guess I was still with pink glasses. I was not thinking straight. I was smoking weed and all that shit. And I was thinking that because we didn't have, like, this super connection, it's no biggie. Like, yeah, like, bad thing happened, but yeah. So I remember I called to Dr. Jungle, and I told that my brother died, so I can't come to Rastadinus. So now that I look back, it was a bit of strange for me to, like, to tell sorry to Dr. Jungle, I'm not gonna come because my brother died. So yeah, of course he Dr. Jungle gave condolences and asked maybe he can help or whatever. He's an awesome man. Dr. Jungle is an awesome dude, and at that point I had no idea how that loss gonna impact me. After my brother drowned, everything spiraled kind of down. The addictions were at all-time high. I guess I was trying to numb the pain, and so I was smoking like crazy, drinking like crazy. I remember in one event I blacked out, like in the middle of in a circle. We just smoking, passing the joint, and I remember one moment I'm puffing, and the next moment and the next moment I remember I'm laying down on the ground and I hear somebody, don't touch him or something, and I blacked out and I felt flat on the fucking ground, and there was too much weed, too much alcohol, and I guess I was escaping from myself, escaping from the loss, escaping from all the feelings, and yeah, so it was a bad strategy. Now I can look back. Now I can look back and I say it was a pretty shitty strategy to try to drink your way out of a loss. Also, at the end of 2015, I also had this feeling that because I was chasing fame and I wanted to be like top DJ and shit like that, I felt that I need to produce music. Not that I want to, I guess I wanted a little bit, but I felt that I need to produce the music because all the mega DJs are also, most of them are producers at the same time. So I must produce my own tracks if I want to be successful, and the producing was kind of not going well because I never went to musical school. When it comes to knowing and having a big music collection and like DJ thingies, yeah, but music, it's a whole other beast. Like, yeah, DJs play music, but to create music, I guess I should say, music creation is a whole different beast compared to DJing. So because I was living, with my roommate, he was smoking weed, I was smoking weed, I was postponing that album making, I was not kind of making those tracks, and I naively thought that I must go back home, back to my hometown, back home, and I'm gonna create that album and I'm gonna upload it and everyone's gonna listen. It's gonna be amazing and I'm gonna be top DJ. So guess what? That didn't happen, of course. But at 2016, yeah, I'm coming back home. Of course, music kind of fades in, fades out, and of course, gaming addiction is still full throttle. I guess I'm gaming more than I should be, like focusing on music production and stuff like that. When I came back home, like the weed still was not like finished. Of course, I was not doing all day every day, but still, the roommate I mentioned, he would come by and I would smoke weed, like occasionally. That's, I guess, regularly not the word, but yeah, still occasionally, and it would fuck up my dopamine and all that shit. Like next day I would feel like shit. Next day I would definitely I would want to make like a wake and bake and keep on, feeling those amazing dopamines and all that shit, get that high. Weed for me was not kind of doing well as well, and it took a bit more time to kick it, and I'm still in the process of kicking it because battling an addiction is a all life kind of battle. I was playing video games more than I should have, and I don't remember how, but this idea of streaming DJ sets while in home somehow came to my mind, and it's time for next chapter. Chapter 6, Twitch. So at the end of 2017, at the end of 2017 and at the start of 2018, I started doing DJ streams on Twitch. Now when I look back, I was streaming in a addiction kind of manner, because I would wake up, I would eat something, I would wash a little bit of face, and I would go live, and I would end the stream when I need to go to sleep, and I would do that 7 days a week. So I guess even then I was kind of substituting some, maybe video gaming to a streaming addiction, because it's not fucking healthy to stream 12, 13 marathon sets every day. But during that time we had fun. Of course, I fucked it up in the end. We will get to that point, but but we had fun. I was doing like a vinyl set, playing games where I would write a phrase from a track, and when a viewer hears that track, he needs to write exclamation mark, boom shakalaka, and if he's first, he gets a point, and if you get 3 or 5 points, you win a special mixtape. And it was amazing, like creating special mixtapes. I knew that it would mean something for the listener, and I got a lot of good feedback. It was good time. People supported me. I will be forever grateful. Streaming 12 plus hours a day, every day, of course it's gonna lead to eventual burnout. So of course that happened. Even back then I was focusing on numbers too much. I was looking at how many live viewers I have and all that shit, and I was thinking that I think I was going like for a year, or maybe around a year, maybe more than a year, and after a year I thought that 360 plus days or whatever, like I'm grinding my ass off for 12, 13 hours, and just like and now that I look back, I was ungrateful son of a bitch, truly. Like those numbers doesn't matter. Like now when I think of it, we had like a cozy little community, and it was fucking amazing. And eventual burnout lead to the stupid decisions, like of course I was rolling into dark fucking hole at that time, because I think that the realization of the loss of my brother, and I was, going deep into fucking philosophy and psychology shit, and it led to stupid decisions, like even the camera. When I got for the stream, I got the cam link, like a semi-professional camcorder, and I wanted, like, through the cam link, I wanted to get the signal on OBS, and it didn't show any signal, and I think the solution was to do it PC restart, but at that moment I was hitting the rock bottom, and now it sounds super silly, but back then it didn't look that way, but I decided to fucking delete it, because delete everything, delete Twitch account, delete YouTube video archive, delete Mixcloud, I think all the mixes, and eventually delete myself from IRL. Of course later on I will find out that I don't have the balls to do it, and it's good that I didn't have the balls to do the deletion of my IRL character. Now when I look back, I guess yeah, the whole running away from the loss of my brother, and just these addictions, too much dopamine, video games, weed occasionally, because I was smoking even while streaming. Like the same roommate would from back in same fella would come, and we would, like, I would put like a message that be right back, I'm gonna get back, and I would go out for 20-30 minutes while the stream is going. I would just leave some sort of a mix, and I would just go smoke some shit and get back to streaming, and weed was fucking me mentally, like, ooh, big time. Deleting of everything, and that camera thing went, like, before the camera thingy, I thought that I'm working so hard, like standing and mixing like 12 hours. I want to be like fucking gaming. I want to sit down in my chair, just play a video game, and I remember switching like to video games, and all my viewers were, like, I guess music lovers, and they were watching me for the DJ streams, and I'm a stupid motherfucker decided that I could switch to gaming, and all those people, they're gonna love me and watch my streams, continue to watch, and of course fucking numbers tanked even more. So I don't know, I guess from 20 we dropped to 2, or I mean, numbers doesn't matter, but I was making shitty decisions when those numbers tanked. That went to the whole camera didn't register, then I guess I fucking snapped, and everything kind of mushed. it's not like I decided to delete myself IRL because of the camera was not working. Everything kind of piled, into, I guess, chasing those numbers, why I'm not successful on Twitch, why my brother died at that time when we could start a connection, and when I'm just taking my head out of my ass and I could accept you, but now there is no one to accept because you're gone, you're no longer existing, and I guess everything piled up, and yeah, I guess I just snapped. While I was in that black period, I remember there was these few moments where I was not respecting the viewers, and now when I think of it, even in the blackest shithole that I was, I had no right. I had no right to disrespect like viewers and all that shit. Like I could have just taken like a break, like a month or something. Why the fuck I needed to delete everything? I don't know. I guess I need it. At this point that I am now, like right this moment, at this point where I am now, everything kind of led here. And I guess everything has to be exact how it was for me to reach this point. I had no right to disrespect the viewers. I will be forever grateful. And at the end of this video, I will have like a montage of those Twitch moments and a special thank you, I guess, for all the people who supported me. So for that, I will be forever grateful. Chapter 7, changes. Yeah, like the Tupac song. After burning out and after the meltdown on Twitch and after realizing that I will have to live on because I don't have balls to delete myself in IRL, and of course I was mushing everything down in video games, like standard shit, and just playing video games and going balls deep into that addiction again. At some point I came into realization that it doesn't matter what addiction you change for the other. If I stop smoking weed and I continue to drink alcohol like crazy, it's just weed addiction gets replaced by alcohol. If I stop drinking at all, but if I play video games like crazy, it's just substituting, like you're just removing alcohol and you placing video games in that same. So at some point I realized that all these four fucking, not the Holy Trinity, when I was suffering from all four of them, I would feel like in this boxing ring, and it doesn't matter like in which corner I would go, I would get fucking uppercut by, like any corner I would, go, I would, just some of those four addictions would just fucking knock me over, and I would just get into one of them and feel, comfy in one of them, or sometimes even, in more than one. Somehow I reached this realization that in my life, if I want to move forward in my life, there should be no porn, no video games at all, no alcohol, no weed. And then changes slowly started to kind of, I guess even now what I'm doing, I guess the internet would call this like a dopamine detox or something. The realization that I will need to battle myself for the end of my days, and I will need to battle myself by not dragging myself into one of these four addictions, and be aware, and always be aware, maybe some sort of a fifth one or something, a new one, lurking under the corner, or behind the corner or something. Last year I started getting back into music. I did a couple of events under the DJD nickname, but DJD wasn't just a random, like a easy, because people back in the day, people were mixing Sinetyv like I and Y letters and all that shit, but whatever. If I look back 2 or 3 years, I've been regretting very much that I deleted the Twitch. So Twitch was a very good time back then. I really regret deleting that. So yeah, I decided to come back to streaming. Speaking about changes, so yeah, I realized that all those pink elephant days are over. And, fuck perfectionism, screw perfectionism, like fuck it, like fuck perfectionism. It's way better to finish a job, like a finished job or a finished project or a finished anything is way better than on paper, like on notes. On notes I would just write some sort of ideas, I would never like pursue them, I guess, in the out of fear that they will not manifest into the perfect version. So fuck perfectionism. That is my new motto. So that is a big change that I'm trying to teach me. Every day I'm trying to remind myself. Even this video, like this video, the lighting, the microphone, like my inner perfectionist is saying inside, it's shit. You should drag a professional mic here, or, hire a fucking camera crew. Well, maybe not like that, but fuck it. I'm trying to heal myself from perfectionism, so this video is gonna be like that. It is what it is, and it's gonna be enough. If you're struggling with perfectionism and addictions and all similar stuff, what helped me, I guess, changing the mindset and accepting that the addiction is a battle that you're gonna, you will need to fight it every day. And of course, when you think about it, for the rest of my life, fucking 60 or 80 years, that's pain. It's bad probably to look that way. It's better probably just to look at one day at a time. You just wake up. Okay, this day I'm gonna defeat all those addictions. And I mean, over the course of time, it becomes it becomes more easy. The more time passes by, I'm accepting that it will be a constant work, and I'm fine with that. So moving forward, my plan is to DJ streams on Twitch, like way more energy in less hours. I don't think I'm gonna be clocking every day 12 hours, probably at the time frames, and probably not gonna be every day. But I will try to find a healthy balance, and of course vinyl streams, digital streams, and requesting streams, and I have a lot of ideas in my mind that I will try to execute them. YouTube is gonna be for videos from stream moments, videos maybe like this. I don't know. We'll see what this channel is gonna roll into over the course of time. It's getting chilly up here, so to finish out the video, I was collecting videos of my old streams when I was streaming on Twitch, and I had this idea in mind that when I make it, when I'm gonna be a big streamer, I'm gonna create this like Twitch journey video, and I'm thinking now it would be a perfect time as an outro for this video to just make a compilation of those video moments from back in the days in the streaming, and I will try to include every viewer like nickname and just say and just write in the credits that I thank you, and I truly thank you, and I'm sorry that I was an ass back then, and in case old viewers from back in the day finds this video and then watching, and if I were an ass to you, I'm really sorry, and I hope you can see past my bullshit and understand me, what I was going through, and maybe we gonna have a good round 2 in Twitch. So I'm looking forward to streaming on Twitch, on sharing the music again, and so I don't know, maybe the story gonna help someone. If you want to hear maybe something more expanded version on some particular topic or something, I don't know, let me know in comments, and I'll see you in the next one. And now it's time for that Twitch journey video clip montage, and thank you all, have a good day, and peace, and I catch you in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye. Whoa, is that for real? Damn, son, thank you very much. This is, oh my god, you're gonna end up in milestones. His first ever fucking donation. Bit too excited. new listeners, a lot of listeners. Sorry for my horsing and fucked up transitions, but let's keep it going. Massive. Oh, the Ver. What's up, man? Oh, thanks for the follow. The Ver. Mr. Ver. I heard in the chat, there is a Mrs. Ver and Mr. Ver. So, Mr. Ver, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you all, man. I mean, this whole big attention, T-Mox, sharing and all. I just received from Twitch notification that I completed all those achievements for path to affiliate and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much who supported me, and I guess I'm affiliate now. Just need to press that get started and see, and get started. But yeah, thank you all so much for that. Whoa, nice. My channel gonna slowly transform into like a psychological talking ambient vinyl DJ channel. We are all different and we are all unique. Fucking 7 billion people, and there is absolutely no one like you. Doesn't that make you feel special? So many people watching super duper sweating on those transitions. I stumbled one time on ASMR and chick was like spitting on her hands and like, ooh yeah, you feel it? And I was like, what the fuck? That's very powerful nickname. Knack boom. Only daddy exists. So be good to your daddy or he will spank you. And you're gonna be like this bitch right here. So yeah, enjoy and cover. If there are any children in your fucking home, cover their ears. This tune is Peggy 18. Life is too much of a game of hide and seek, or another very popular game. My shit is better than your shit. But yeah, it's a game. Don't take it serious. Just laugh out loud. Be happy. Be colorful and enjoy some beats. Booyaka! Boom shakalaka! Yo, T-Mox. Yo. What's up, my man? Yo, T-Mox, what's up? Yo. Okay, I think it's enough. What's up, man? Music is mixing Cine. Baka punt, baka punt, baka punt, baka punt, baka punt, baka punt. Surkul, kestis di perkaitau. Stroopwafels. I got it right? WJL at the same spot. Visual. How do you say WJ and L at the same spot? Vigil. Hey, lady. I will say, you are a very cool lady. You really did not expect this. Hey! But this might need to think for. Oh shit, chainsaw. Thank you so much. Thank you, Soltech, for the normie. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Brianna, so much. Wait, what's happening? Bring it to 800 and I will add the difference. Whoa, what's happening? I'm living in a simulation, right? Brianna, oh my god, Jesus Christ, holy balls. Thank you so much. What the fuck is...
Get that PC, it has taken long enough.
What the fuck is going on? I got teary-eyed even. Oh my god, Guru Rob, thanks so much.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Huggies, 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 everybody bring it in.
Smooth skin, you say you wanna get my bands. Well, use me, cause you ain't that average groupie.
What the fuck? Meek, you fucking legend. Ozzy, Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. No, oh my god, thank you so much, guys. Boys and girls, you are awesome. Your power keeps on.
This is awesome night. Hope this is not stop after morning.
Oh my god. Thank you so much again, Soltech.
You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not feeling alone today.
Surely it's plain to
Actually, I never feel alone when I'm streaming.
not alone.
Oh, Sergeant Smoke, what's up, man? A lot of people been missing you, man.
Beautiful set. We love you, Arseny.
I love you all too. Oh my god, Brianna, so thank you so much. A gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving. But yeah, everybody, all the new peeps, I'm really, Mail Me Mojo, you and your daughter was really, you really know how to, you know, light the chat on fire. Amazing, amazing mama, amazing daughter, Brianna. I'm so happy to see you today, and thanks for the support. Meek, always a legend. Ozzy, Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. And Soltech, also a Finlandish legend. Oh my god, all of you are legends, and thank you so much. And I'm sort of going live according to schedule after 15 hours or something. No, even less. I'm going 6 at my time. It's almost 5. So I'm going in, well, yeah, we'll check the schedule, and yeah, tomorrow, I mean today, because it's today already. And today we do the same. We're gonna do requests. I hope that the battery is alive on the Mackie. And yeah, man, thanks. Request money, Cardi. Oh, Arnold, you're a bit too late. Arnold the zombie, yeah, you're a bit too late. You have to go enjoy yourself sometime. Start a bit later, I'm sure we don't mind. Yeah, I'll see you later today, Sin. Oh, Brianna, thank you so much. So yeah, thank you so much. Until next time, and now it's time to say bye-bye.
Sweet dreams, good days. Peace out, people. Bye-bye.
Cut the nipples, cut.